Okay, well, I think we'll get going. Thanks for coming today. Like I said, we may have some people online, and then I'm also recording it, so uh, we'll go through it there, and feel free to ask any questions at any time there. Our topic is going to be about buying tech equipment. First, a little bio on myself. I'm known as the PC guy. I'm the son of John Kreitzer, and John's in back there. I retired about 10 years ago from 3M after working there for 40 years in the information technology. I'm an officer and presenter of the 3M Personal Computing Club for over 48 years, so I continue to present. At its peak, we had like 1,200 members. We don't have that number now, but actually we just had a meeting today. We had our holiday meeting, and we had a pizza party. We don't have a pizza party here, but we had about 50 people in attendance and another 20, 30 people online for that meeting. I mentioned that I'm thrifty, not cheap, so if there's inexpensive or ways to save a little money there, that's what you'll see today, especially in buying. I also do a one-on-one free tech help. You can sign up, usually do it the first and the third Mondays of the month. And then there's also Tom Strum here at Carondelet that does it on the second and the fourth Wednesday from 2:30 to 4:30. And you can call the front desk to sign up for a time slot. The next topic, the December topic, will be on digitizing old photos, slides, and negatives. And that'll be December 17th. And I'll talk about how to convert some of your convert and organize your old memories, whether it's slides and negatives and some of the sites and software and devices that can be done. Also, along with my sister and brother-in-law and my dad, we put on a Fix-It Clinic. The next Fix-It Clinic is this Monday, so if you've got anything that's broken or a quick question, can even be a technology, a quick question that can be answered in like 15 minutes, we'll try and make our best attempt to fix it or answer your question there. And you can sign up for that down at the down at the front counter there. I mentioned that this is being recorded, and all the past presentations, the video and the handouts are out on the website. And so if you go out to the Carondelet Village website, there's an entry called Tech Help, and in that Tech Help you can get access to the last meetings or the past meetings there. Okay, let's get to our main topic, which is buying tech equipment. Most retailers have already kicked off their holiday sales. So if you've seen on TV or in the newspaper or just about everywhere, there's a sale going on. Consumers have to decide whether to buy early to make sure that they get an item they want, or hold off in the hopes of getting a better deal or something later on. Many deals masquerading as fantastic bargains are not as good as they look, and it's easy to be fooled, especially in today's world with the tariffs and the artificial intelligence making ads and prices and stuff like that. It can be a confusion, just adds to the mix there. Okay, the top 5 shopping sites for any electronics, and that includes computers and phones and radios and keyboards and just about anything electronic. The number 1 shopping site is Amazon. Amazon.com is the biggest in the United States, along with Target is second. Newegg is third. And Newegg is just a company that sells online, so they don't have stores that you can go to. Best Buy, fifth is Walmart, and a recent one in the last 2-3 years has been Temu. This is from a survey I do to the 3M Club members, and we ask where they purchase their electronics, and these are the results from that survey. 70% of the people in the survey are buying from Best Buy. Amazon, close to 60%. Then we go Target, Costco, Walmart, Office Max. So it kind of falls in line with the rest of the United States where people are buying. But you can see there's a variety of different places, Staples and Office Depot and different places people are buying there. Gifts for the holidays, we won't go into that. Okay, let's get some tips here on buying. Start early if you're going to buy anything electronic, a new computer, a new phone, anything there. Start early. The deals have already started, have been kicked off, and there's good deals, whether it's Black Friday deals coming up next week or pre-Black Friday deals. There's all kinds of deals out there because the hot products are going to sell out quickly. Or if you order them too late, they may not arrive at your doorstep in time. So you have to be a little flexible. Used to be to get the best deals, you used to have to shop in store. And the best deals usually were the Black Friday sales right after Thanksgiving. The store may open at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning, and people might line up the night before to get the best deal out there. Well, those days have passed. Almost all the shopping now is done online. So you don't have to wake up early in the morning. You don't have to wait for the store to open or be out in the cold and things like that. Retailers are offering more promotions online than they do in the stores. Most of the online stores offer free delivery, so you don't even have to have, let's say, an Amazon Prime membership or things like that. Most things over like $35 are shipped free of charge there. So you can have a free delivery, shipped to the store, curbside pickup. For bigger items, you still may want to see those in the store before you make a purchase. So if you're buying a TV and you aren't sure how clear it is, or if you're buying a monitor or a laptop and you're not sure how the keyboard feels or how it looks, some of that is best done in the store. So look at it in the store, but you can look at it in the store ahead of time and then place your order online and get it that way. You can use websites and apps to check how good the deal that or what you're buying, is it really a good sale or not. There's apps like Google Shopping, Price Grabber, Shopzilla. If you're in the store looking at stuff, there's apps like BuyVia, ShopKick, ShopSavvy, and Shopular that lets you scan the barcode or a QR code on the packaging to tell you the price history and other places that you might be able to buy it and what their prices are. So it lets you compare prices, it lets you get discounts, and even get some store coupons. You can also use sites like Best Black Friday, Deal News, BlackFriday.com. So there still are Black Friday deals, they're just online as opposed to in the store there. That you can look up. Another site that I recommend is a site called Camel. And it's, I don't know how they came up with the name because the name really doesn't explain what it is, but it's a site that compares prices, gives you the price history in that. There's also other sites like Honey or other packages like Honey, which will also tell you the history. But let's take a quick look at Camel. And it's a website or an app that can be loaded. But I can go out here and let's say I was thinking of buying a smart device for the home. And this is a Echo Show, a 5-inch display on it, an Echo Show 5-inch. And it'll come back and this is showing us that Amazon has this product and this is what it looks like. I can click on this. This will tell me currently out on Amazon it's selling for $54.99. But if I scroll down here, this will show me the price history of this item, in this case over the last 2.5 years. So you can see at its highest, it sold for $89 out on Amazon, and at its lowest, it sold for $39 out on Amazon. So these are these up and down. So some days it's on sale, some days you're paying full price. Well, this information is handy to know, are you getting a good deal or aren't you? And if you want to get it for the cheaper price, you may have to wait a while for Amazon to mark the price down again. If you aren't buying right now and want to get notified when the price gets lowered at Amazon, you can put in your email and it'll email you when the price goes down on this item, so that you don't have to keep going out to the Amazon site and checking to see if it's now on sale or at a cheaper price. So this is an example of a shopping app there to give you a little bit of power of knowing, are you really getting a good buy? Yes, it's on sale right now today for $54, but probably if I wait till Black Friday or another week or two, it may be down as low as $39. But it's certainly cheaper than some of the people. If you had bought it in July, let's say, of this year, you would have been paying $90, $89 for it. So it's kind of nice to let you know the prices out there. And let's see here. Oh. Let me go back here. There's also loyalty programs that some of the sites or companies have. You can sign up for their loyalty programs to get access to coupons, sales, and promotions. Sometimes you get free shipping. Excuse me. But it lets you earn rewards there. An example of that is I buy stuff from Target. Well, Target has a Target Circle card. You can save 5% on everything that you buy at Target. So that's a nice benefit there. Let me do this. Let me get it full screen here again. Okay, some more tips here. Get social. Frequently companies like Target or Walmart or Best Buy all have Facebooks, entries, pages that you can look at, and frequently they'll announce new sales or exclusive deals. So if you're going to be buying from them, it's good to follow some of these different companies there to take advantage of some of their promotions. Another thing I mention is create a budget for what you're willing to pay for something and stick to it. Do your best to resist impulse buying. It's easy when you're online to click on an item and buy it when maybe you should just pause a little bit. Do you really need it, or don't you need it, or is it going to be on sale cheaper a week from today or a month from today? Those are things that you have to consider. Check the store's policy in advance and whether they have a price match or a return. Don't buy something and then try and return it, and then you find out that, well, Best Buy won't let you return it unless you pay a restocking fee. So know that information ahead of time so that you don't get caught in some of their policies. Price match. It used to be that most of the stores would price match each other. So if you went into Target and Best Buy was selling it cheaper, they'd match the price at Best Buy. Well, in the last couple of years, most of the companies have stopped doing price matching to other competitors. And the reason for that is there's all kinds of competitors out there, and some are selling stuff very cheap, and places like Target or that aren't willing to match the price there. almost all the places will, if you buy it today and it goes on sale, let's say I buy it at Target today, and 2 weeks from now it goes on sale at Target, you can contact Target and you can get the difference in the price of what they were selling it for, but they're not matching to their competitors' prices out there. Okay, when you're out shopping online, you can add items to your shopping cart if they have the price that you like, so that you can find them again quickly and be all set to order. Then if you want to go out and check the price on other websites, you can do that, but just be aware that putting something in your cart doesn't necessarily reserve it. You need to place your order to get a confirmation that you actually have made a purchase. So if it's something that's in high demand and other stores are running out of, you don't want to put stuff in your cart and then not check out because you really didn't get that. It'll tell you, we've run out, and sorry, run out, we don't have any to sell. You can do a Google search for reviews, but just be careful when you do searches, because if you put in example, best tablets review, a number of the sites and the results that you get are what we call sponsored results. And those are biased or created by a particular company to promote their product and are not an unbiased review. So you have to be somewhat careful with fake reviews that have proliferated all over there. And if you've, well, here, let's do this. Let's go out to, let me go here and let's search for best tablets. So if we go out here and we do a Google search on best tablets review. And one of the things that you'll see is the first thing that shows up at the top here, it's saying sponsored results. Those are results from the Google search that a company paid money for to have that show up at the top of the list. So never trust anything or a review that is showing up in this sponsored results. What you have to do is you have to scroll down to where you're no longer, now we're done with the sponsored. We're done with the companies that have paid money to have their results shown at the top. So now we go down here, and here's an example, PC Magazine. Well, PC Magazine is one of the companies that has unbiased reports, and so when they rank laptops, it truly is unbiased there. Whereas if I clicked on this link here, reviews, chicagotribune.com, well, it sounds like it's the Chicago newspaper, but it really isn't. It's a company that made up this name and is promoting a particular laptop or a particular tablet there and saying, well, this is the best one, and they get money for every person who clicks on their site and buys an item. So they aren't an unbiased review, and that's what you have to be careful of. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, some more tips. Refurbished devices, if you're buying a laptop, tablet, or phone, make sure it contains a new battery, and refurbished electronic devices can save you anywhere from 50 to 90% of the price. It's kind of like buying a car. If you buy a new car, it's expensive. The minute you take it off the lot, your value of the car goes down 70 or goes down 30% or so. This way you can buy a little older model and you can save yourself anywhere from 50 to 80, 90% buying refurbished items. So they can be a great deal. You can also buy some stuff online in Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist if you're buying locally. That's a little more of a crapshoot because the reconditioned or refurbished devices are factory refurbished, meaning that, let's say it's a HP laptop or an Apple laptop, Apple only certifies certain companies that meet their standards to recondition the machines and then resell them. These refurbished devices are a lot better than buying something off of an eBay or a Marketplace or a Craigslist. I run into this quite a bit. A number of people that I'll talk with have trouble making a decision. So we all have trouble making decisions, but some people really have trouble. They can't make up their mind. Do I want this model? Do I want that model? Oh, I'm going to wait. I'm going to talk to somebody else. I'm going to go to this other store. I'm going to check this out. Well, there comes a point when you're just spending too much time. Make a decision and go with it, and be happy with your decision. Don't procrastinate and spend hour upon hour or days upon days trying to make a decision. It literally, if you know what you want, and that's where you certainly have to define what you want in terms of requirements, whether it's a phone or a computer or a clock radio or whatever, you should be able to look at it and say, it does everything that I want it to do, and the price is reasonable, I'm going to buy it. If it doesn't, keep looking. Understand the shipping and return policies before you buy. If there's a return window, you want to know that ahead of time. Is it 30 days or is it only 10 days? If you do return it, is there a restocking fee? You want to know these things before you make a purchase. Okay, let's say you're looking to buy a new computer or a new PC. First, define what you plan to use the device for. That determines what device you need, whether it's a phone, a tablet, a laptop, a desktop. You want to know that. Once you start defining how you're going to use it and what you need, that'll also tell you whether you need a basic machine, a mid-level machine, or an advanced machine. And most people, probably 90% of the population, can get by with a basic or a low-end machine. Only if you have certain needs do you need a more advanced machine, and we'll talk a little bit about some of that in a second here. If you do edit videos a lot, if you play games a lot, and you want to beat everybody out there, you need a fast, high-level advanced computer. Or if you want to do AI locally on your machine and not go up to the internet for some of the things, you need a fast, high-end PC with a fast CPU, lots of RAM, a fast graphics card. Maybe it supports multiple monitors. Those are all factors that you have to figure out what you need. As I mentioned, the basic or low end usually is fine for 90% or 95, even 95% of the population, because it's fine for doing email. You can do simple photo editing. You can view or even edit 1K video. You can watch YouTube. You can do Facebook. You can create documents. You can do spreadsheets. Now, if you said, I want to be able to do artificial intelligence, AI, and I want to do it on my computer, that's where you need a higher powered computer. Windows classifies those machines. You'll see the word Copilot Plus in the name of the machines that are made for artificial intelligence for Windows. Apple also has a line of high-end machines for doing AI, and both of these types of machines need lots of CPU, a very fast CPU, lots of RAM, graphics, a neural processing unit, and a lot of hard disk or solid-state storage. Okay, what are some things to buy? Whether you're buying for yourself or buying for friends or relatives there, what are the most popular things that people are buying? Well, AI devices have been very popular the last few years. That includes updates to laptops, desktops, tablets, and phones. Televisions. Televisions used to be you had to spend $1,000 or more. Now you can get it for under $500 for some of these mid-range televisions and that. There's even 100-inch TVs, so there's lots of bargains out there. Low-priced laptops are out there. In fact, I just helped a couple of people this last 2 days ago on Monday order new laptops. These are refurbished laptops from the Target website, and the one spent, I think, $360, and the other spent $380. So you can get laptops relatively inexpensively there. Tablets, there's Amazon Fire tablets, there's iPad tablets, there's good deals out there. Smart speakers, the speakers can help improve the sound quality if you're listening to videos or music from your tablet or laptop or phone. They're a nice gadget to have. Headphones and earphones, there's wireless, there's noise canceling, and there's other options. Smartwatches and fitness trackers. We all plan to live our best lives. We're going to exercise more, eat less, whatever. These devices can help you. Smartphones. Smartphones usually have a life of about three years, at most 5 years. Then you should buy a new one. If your phone is getting old, time to look around and start considering a new one. Video games, there's usually deals this time of year for the video games. Cameras, even though you have a camera in your phone, if you're going to be taking a trip it's a good idea to have a little higher end camera, and that's where you can get digital cameras or point and shoot or GoPros. Okay, let's talk about some specific items that are out there, and these are items that I've highlighted. This is from PC Magazine. They have a list of must-have tech gifts this year for under $50. The first one that they list is Roku. This is for streaming, any number of streaming services out there, but that's usually on sale for about $29, and it's a good deal. This is a tile mate. It's if you're familiar with Apple, Apple has something called an AirTag, and we'll talk about AirTags in a little bit. But this is a competitor to the Apple AirTag. These are handy to put on your luggage, in your car. You can use them for a variety of uses there, in your purse. And it's not just for if somebody steals it. It's also a case of, let's say you have one in your purse. Well, you can set it up such that if you get more than 30 feet away from your purse, a notification comes up on your phone telling you that you forgot your purse. Or another instance that I've heard people use it for, and there's literally thousands of instances, is let's say you're going camping and you are in a camper or you pitch a tent. Well, you can put one of these devices in the camper or the tent. You go off hiking, and then if you get lost or can't find your way back, you can immediately say, "Tell me the way home," and it'll tell you the way home. So it's not just for stolen items or things like that, but you can use it a variety of different ways there. And the prices of these have come down to the point where people are starting to stick them in all kinds of things that they have, whether it's jackets, whether it's purses, whether it's luggage. You go to the shopping mall and you don't want to have to remember where you parked. Well, if you've got one of these devices in your car, when you're done shopping, you just show me where my car is, and it'll tell you the direction and where the car is there. Okay, this is another little device. Actually, it's almost like a watch. This goes around your wrist. There's no display on it. It just sits there recording everything that it hears. So it's listening to everything, and then what it does is it uploads it to the internet. The internet, artificial intelligence, takes it, does a summary of your day, and tells you everything that you've done during the day and what you talked about, or things like that. And so it can keep track of all that stuff for you. Now, the unit itself only sells for $49, but you do have to pay $19 a month for the service that summarizes it and gives you a summary of your day there. Okay. Now here at Carondelet, this probably isn't the biggest deal, but they make cordless or keyless door entries. So as I walk up to my house or apartment, I could have it open up the door there, because the phone would be communicating with the lock and unlock it automatically. So it's kind of a nice little deal. This is a gluing kit. So if you are a do-it-yourselfer or like to fix things that get broken, this is it's better than some of the instant glues in that. It's a way to get plastic welded together. This is a nice little keyboard here. So this is a keyboard that doesn't have a cord, but you can connect it to like your iPad or to a tablet or your phone. So instead of using the small keyboard on your phone and typing, I can set this, or a tablet makes more sense. I set the tablet and I can type with that. In fact, just this Monday, there was a woman here that I set up because she was looking to buy a new computer. And we talked about what she uses her computer for. We kind of determined that she really didn't need a computer. She didn't need a laptop. She had a desktop, and she didn't need a laptop or a desktop. The tablet would probably work fine for her. So we just ordered a keyboard there, so that if she was typing a response to an email or creating a Word document and printing it out, she could do that. And this is affordable. This is $35 for the keyboard there. Okay, here's a tablet. This is an Amazon Fire 10-inch tablet, and it's on sale for $70. So this is where I tell people, if you don't have a tablet, you should have a tablet, because tablets, the nice thing is they're portable, they're small, and they're relatively inexpensive there. And they can you can read your email, you can go out to Facebook, you can look at photos, you can do all kinds of things on your tablet. Okay, here's the Apple AirTags. So this is a pack of 4 of the AirTags you can get for $64. And again, you can stick some wherever you want. Some families, some of the new sneakers that you buy for your kids actually have a little pouch to put an AirTag in. Then as your kids come and go to school or get home in the afternoon, you'll know when they get home. You can check on their location at any time there. Okay, this is another device by Roku. The other was a streamer to watch TV. Well, this is an accessory for your TV, but it's an accessory called a sound bar to make the sound a lot better. And typically the speakers in your TV are kind of tinny and small, and the bass isn't real good. This makes your sound a lot better. This is a smart speaker, the Amazon Echo Spot, but it also has a clock. So if you had a clock radio in the past or want something next to the bed, this is a good option for a smart speaker right next to the bed with a clock. This is a nice option for if you're not into the Alexa, the Amazon Alexa. Google also has a smart set of displays in that, and this is a Google Next display. You can do video calls, you can watch video, you can do all kinds of things with this. This probably isn't as popular here, but if you were living in a home or that, smart thermometer, thermostat. So you can turn on and off the heat, raise it, lower it. If you're on vacation, you can change it. So all kinds of things there. This is a smartwatch. This smartwatch is considerably cheaper than an Apple Watch. So if you're looking to count your calories, your steps, your sleep, things like that, it's an option for that. These are some examples from PC Magazine, excuse me, on the 100 best budget buys. And this they've rated the best budget Android phone. And this is a Samsung Galaxy. It's a basic phone, but it does have 5G connectivity, and it's $164. So you don't have to spend a whole lot on that. Here's what they recommend if you do want an iPhone. The best budget iPhone, they're saying, is the Apple iPhone 16e, and that can be gotten for $599. This is their best budget iPad, and this is the latest version of the iPad. It lists for $346, but like on Black Friday, and if you looked at the price, sometimes you can get it as low as $270 for this iPad. Very nice display. These are the type of devices I highly recommend these. I have actually two of these iPads. My dad has one, and this is the tablet that I recommend for most people there. This is an external hard drive for backing up. If you do have a laptop or a desktop and want to back up, this is an example for $80 of a nice backup device. This is an example if you had grandkids or great-grandkids and they were into a little bit of tech stuff. This is a 3D printer, so it'll print out parts and people and all kinds of things. It sells for $249. It's a case of these devices used to sell for thousands of dollars, and now the prices come down. And like I say, I've got great nephews who got one last year and just loved it there, because you can go out to the internet and there's literally thousands of designs that you can get for free on the internet, and then this device will print it up. Whether it's little characters, whether it's pieces to make a puzzle, to make a tool, it can do all kinds of things by this 3D printing. These are examples of if you have Wi-Fi and that within your home or apartment. These are devices that can give you a better connection, whether you have a large house or a small house. Okay, here's a couple of examples of software that they had listed in their best buys. And I've talked about this one before. Google Photos, it's the best free photo storage. You get 15 gigabytes for free, and you can purchase more storage. And the package has some artificial intelligence capabilities for removing people or doing some of the more sophisticated things. This is another one that they listed, excuse me, Bitwarden. Bitwarden's a password manager, and I've stressed in all my presentations on security and scams that everybody needs a password manager to store their passwords so that they can make them long, strong, and unique and don't forget them. So this is a password manager. This is an example of another little device. This is a flash drive. If you're not familiar with flash drives, they can be used to move files from one computer to another, or from a phone to a computer, or from a Macintosh to a PC. They can be used to do a variety of things. Well, this is an example here of a 2 terabytes of space for $16 on the Walmart site. This is an example of external hard drive that's available out in a website called Shein, S-H-E-I-N. This is a Chinese company that a lot of their stuff is just trash, no good whatsoever. So people will see stuff like this and, oh, this is 4 terabytes, and here it is for sale for $10.58. You're just throwing, you might as well throw your money out the window. This isn't going to work. You're never going to get your money back. It's just kind of a scam device. So you do have to watch where you buy things. That's why if you're buying, you should be buying from a Target, a Walmart, a Best Buy, the top companies there. This is an example of a security system that comes with 6 cameras. So if you had a house and wanted to put cameras around the perimeter and in the garage and things like that, an example of getting this set up for $185. Okay, this is a little medical device, and I went in for my annual checkup with my doctor, and my doctor said, Tom, you've got AFib. Your heartbeat is currently in AFib. And I said, well, I didn't know. Everything seemed normal to me, but they had to shock me out of the heart rate and get it back into control. And this is a little device. And this is a little device. You can see how big it is. Just not even the size of a gum pack there. It's a little device. Works with an Android phone or an Apple phone. It will do an EKG on you. So you hold your fingers, just like in the deal there. Hold your 2 fingers on here. It'll produce a graph, and it'll tell you whether you're an AFib or not an AFib. It'll also tell you your heart rate and a few other things there. But it's a nice little device there if you're, once you have AFib, if you want to check or see if you're currently in AFib, without seeing the doctor, you can do your own checking there. And if you are in AFib, what you can do is you can save this EKG and you can send it to your doctor or take it with you to your next appointment and show your doctor that you were in AFib there. So kind of a unique device there. And this device actually is sold at CVS and Walgreens and Targets and a number of places. So it's sold all over, and it's more reliable. Some people will buy the Apple Watch. Apple Watch has a feature in it that will supposedly notify you of if you have a problem, an AFib problem. Well, that isn't very reliable. That's why they don't certify it and don't do a number of things. Plus, it's a case of the watch is only doing 1 point of contact, and it can't be reliable with that. This does 2 points, so this is measuring the electrical circuit from one side of the body to the other side of the body. So it's this is what's called a two lead. And there's even more sophisticated ones, which are 6 leads. So if you've ever been in the hospital and your doctor has done it, that's where they stick one here, they stick one here, they stick one here, they stick it on your arm. They'll stick it 6 leads, and then they measure and check the electricity flowing all throughout the 6 different points. But it's kind of amazing what they're doing now with these devices. Okay. This is another device that I found rather unusual. This is an earwax removal tool. I wasn't interested in it so much for the earwax removal because this little device is just a little bit bigger than a pen. And what it has is it has a camera on it and it has lights on it. So you can use this to look inside anything small, including your ear, but again, I'm not recommending it for the ear because you're not supposed to put anything bigger than your elbow in your ear. So don't stick it in there and try and poke through to the other side. But this will, with the little camera, let you look inside anything and see anything real small there. So it can be used for more than just looking for earwax in the ear there. But I thought that was a rather unique product there. This is another product. A friend of mine who works at 3M, for her anniversary gift, she picked up this gift and she loves it. It's a bird feeder. So this is a bird feeder that you can stick anywhere. You have the bird feed there, but it also has a camera built into it. And it has a solar panel that powers the camera. Well, the camera connects to the internet and it connects to artificial intelligence. So whenever a bird lands on here and starts eating, the camera takes a picture, notifies you, and identifies the bird. It'll say this is a cardinal, or this is a, I don't think you'd get an eagle on there. It's a small bird feeder, but any type of bird there, it's gonna look it up and see what kind of bird it is. So if you're a bird lover or bird watcher there, you may want to check into something like this. It's kind of different and neat there. Okay, that's all I had. Any questions or comments? Do a lot of work? Excuse me, I didn't quite get that. What was that you do?
Oh, I just said, I'm trying to thank you for all the research that you do to gather the information for us.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, actually at 11:30 I gave this to the 3M PC Club. So I reuse these presentations and even like this presentation, this presentation I usually give in November every year. I update it with new products and tips or websites or things like that. But, I do get the comment from people that, it must take you a lot of time. Well, it actually doesn't, because I've been giving these presentations for 25 years now, and I have all kinds of them going back to every subject that you can imagine. So I enjoy giving it, and usually what I do is I update it with new products, new websites, new things there, and hopefully get people stimulated to try out some of these things and do it. So I enjoy doing it, and hopefully, people like yourself or even the people, if they're online or if they look at it later, that's fine too there. Other questions or comments? Yes?
The question I have is, I have an old car that can play CDs, and I figure when that peters out, my brother told me they're no longer making cars with CD players in them. And I thought years ago, one of our sisters had a little portable CD player. And I wondered if they're still making those.
You can still get a portable CD player. However, you really don't need it because just like years ago, I had a record collection. Well, the records were kind of replaced by CDs. And in between the CDs, you may have had 8-track tapes, if you remember 8-track tapes. And then those are replaced by, it wasn't CDs, it was cassettes, the cassette tapes. cassette tapes and 8-track tapes, and then those are replaced by CDs. Nowadays, you don't need the CDs anymore. If you've got a smartphone, you can put all the CDs and stuff like that, make it available on there, and that's usually the way people listen to their music or podcasts or anything, is through this device. Now, if you said, I absolutely want to keep listening to my CDs, you can keep listening, because there are devices, like you say,
Are they small and you could carry in your car?
Yes, they're relatively small, not much bigger than a CD itself, and then they have a cord coming out that goes into the cigarette plug, and then they usually have either a cable, if your car has a plug where earphone, where external connection can go in, it can go in there. Otherwise, it's possible to connect some of them directly to the vehicle itself through Bluetooth, if you've heard of Bluetooth. When I get in my car, my phone connects to my car so that if I get a call, it goes to the speakers and that in the car, and then I'm doing what's called hands-free driving. I'm not having to pick up my phone. I'm not doing anything illegal there. You can make and receive calls there. So there's multiple ways of doing it. Years ago, what I did is I have like 1,500 vinyl albums, the old records, and I digitized those. I also had like 600 CDs. I digitized them. I have everything available on all of those right here. And so you can access them from anywhere at any time. Now, the other thing, was it your son that was saying, or somebody else? When you get a new vehicle or that, maybe it's time to update. So let's say you didn't want to do anything with your CDs. It's too much work, or you don't know how to do it, or things like that. What most people will do you have an Amazon Prime account? Okay. If you had an Amazon Prime account, you have access to probably 500,000 albums and artists free of charge with your Amazon account. You can listen to any of their music on your phone, and when your phone is connected to your car, you can listen to it in your car all the time there. So if you've heard people talk about streaming audio, they don't purchase an album anymore. Very few people purchase an album. Very few people deal with CDs or records or anything like that, because you can go out to these streaming services, and my dad has left, but what we used to do with my mom is my mom loved Frank Sinatra. Well, there's free Frank Sinatra stations out there that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all they play is Frank Sinatra songs, and it's free. And when it's playing on here, you could play it on your car, any of the cars there, or at home. If you're at home, you can get a bigger speaker and you can have really good stereo quality sound coming out of your phone and playing in your house there, or in your car, house or car. So lots of options in there that can be done.
Thank you. I'm my brother's Taylor plan.
Okay.
And for his needs, he doesn't have unlimited minutes.
Okay.
But I'd be willing to get off his plan.
Yeah, I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Audio doesn't take that much data. So even myself, I have a T-Mobile plan. My T-Mobile plan gives me 5 gigabytes of data per month. And people go, oh, that doesn't sound like too much. I could probably play music all day, every day, and not use up the 5 gigabytes there. And my plan from T-Mobile is $15 a month. So there's all, you know, a lot of people just buy unlimited plans, and they don't need an unlimited plan because they may not be doing that much. But there's options. I say this because some people are paying a lot more for their plans, and they really don't need to there. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Sure. We'll close the meeting at this time, but we can continue to talk there. Okay, thanks for coming. Let me.
Yeah, I've had a guy on my machine since March,
Mm-hmm.
and he's done all kinds of stuff. And each time that we think